Here on Q1043's Out of the Box. Jonathan Clarke with Nicole and part of her band, The Sea, right? They're not all here.
It's the lake.
Yeah, live in the studio. And the name of the album is the name of the town where you grew up on the Jersey Shore. Now, is it Neptune or Neptune City?
Well, it's Neptune, but Neptune City is a neighborhood of Neptune. On the Jersey Shore, there's lots of every 5 miles, it's a new town name, but it's really the same thing.
I always get that's right. Is it right next to Asbury Park?
Yeah, it's right next to there. And in that cluster, it's like Ocean Grove, Avon, Neptune, and Asbury Park. All like you could just be on all fours and be in every town at the same time. Yeah.
Well, is that the town with no cars allowed?
No, Ocean Grove used to have no cars on Sundays.
Right.
It was like a Quaker town.
Right, during the summer or all year?
All year, but it's different now.
Wow.
They've progressed.
Well, John Mellencamp wrote Small Town, and you decided to write about or dedicate this album to the town you grew up in. So what was it about Neptune City that sort of inspired you to come out with this record?
Well, I wrote the song when I was just messing around, cooking pasta with my sister, and the melody for the chorus came into my head, and I was just messing around. I just started singing Neptune City just to put words in the place of it.
Right.
And then I was like, oh, wouldn't it be cool to write a song about our town? And so the song was born. I wasn't planning on naming the record Neptune City, but I was at the bar Bilo's in Neptune City with my parents. It's a bar in the middle of a liquor store. And
there's a bar in the middle of a liquor store. Sounds like a great place.
It's a great place.
You can buy it and drink it in the same place, right?
Well, you could buy or you could drink it and then you could take it home with you.
Right, yeah.
And they also have 2-for-1 appetizers every Monday.
To this day?
Yeah, it's sweet. It looks like it's all wood paneling and like fake murals of deer, and everybody's a little bit.
I think Nicole Atkins will be on heavy rotation in that establishment very soon.
Yeah, hopefully. So I was asking the people, like my parents were hanging out with their bar friends, and they're like, "What should we name the album?" They're like, "We need an album. Bruce already got Asbury. Give us an album."
Greetings from Asbury Park, and you've got Neptune City.
So I was like, oh, I might as well give them an album, because nobody ever gives Neptune City anything. So.
Well, I remember when you handed me your demo a few years ago that I listened to and played on this very show right around the time, I guess, when you were getting signed to your record deal. And when I first played your music, it had a very, I hate to say 60s sound, but it sort of has a 60s sound to it, like Roy Orbison or even Nancy Sinatra. Do you hear these comparisons a lot when people listen to your stuff?
Yeah, and I welcome it, because that's what I'm a huge Lee Hazelwood fan.
Right.
And Nancy Sinatra, of course, and Roy Orbison, and that's all the kind of music I listen to. And then on top of that, I listen to, a lot of 90s indie rock and orchestral music, so I'm just trying to mix it all up and put it into one thing.
I know you're a big fan of the classic rock on Q1043.
Yeah, it's kind of the only station I listen to.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Others.
Checks in the mail. But anyway, and I read here that you picked up a guitar like in the attic that you had lying around. Was it the first song that you learned on the guitar, a Grateful Dead song?
Yeah, and I actually found a tape of me playing it a couple months ago. It's pathetic.
How old were you? How old were you when this was
12
happening?
12 or 13, and it was me trying to play Uncle John's Band and like just hitting the chords really poorly.
In the key of G, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
First song I learned was playing in the band on the guitar, actually,
really?
from the Grateful Dead.
Nice.
But
yeah, I bought a Grateful Dead guitar book, and then I was watching Nirvana Unplugged and like learned how to play that Lead Belly song.
A confluence of influences.
Yeah.
Jonathan Clarke live in the studio with Nicole Atkins and her new album, Neptune City. Like we said, we have part of your band here, The Sea, and all of these ocean-type references. Neptune City, the band's called The Sea. Why is that?
Well, I live by the sea, and, the kind of music I play is, an ocean of sound. An ocean of sound, Daddy.
Well, speaking of sound, and we got the band here. What do you want to play for us?
Let's do Maybe Tonight. Saw you like an old ghost story from a family tree that was handed down to me. I've known you like a siren song that warns. I've been informed you could be the death of me. Patience pounds on the time that I stole. that the mystery always beats what we are shown. Search the dial for what I want to know. They don't play those songs on my radio. Patience pounds on the time that I stole. You were meant to be mine. Drawing through with the cards of the gods that were great and faded time. Oh, I know we'll meet again. Maybe tonight. Just tell me where and when. I know it's never sure. Maybe tonight. Maybe tonight. Oh, I know we'll meet again. Maybe tonight. Just tell me where and when. I know it's never sure. Maybe tonight. Maybe tonight.
Very nice. Very nice. Nicole Atkins playing live here on Q1043's Out of the Box. Her new album called Neptune City. Album's getting like rave reviews, like Entertainment Weekly loves it. You're in the tabloids now, Page Six magazine.
That was weird, huh?
That's kind of crazy. And then you did David Letterman before the writer's strike. You got in right
Thank
under the
God.
wire there.
Yeah.
And-
Thank
and
goodness.
you had like a weird sort, not a weird, but like a kind of funny experience over at David Letterman. Let me ask you, like whenever a band plays on the show,
Mm-hmm.
like the song ends, they go to commercial, but before that he comes over and he grabs your hand and he says something into like everyone's ear. Like, what did he
Yeah.
say to you?
He was like, "You want to go get a steak with me?" And I was
Oh,
like,
my God.
Sure. Yeah, you can hear him ask me if I want to go get a
And
steak.
and I think it repeated actually once or twice since the writer's strike because they're not
it
doing any new
repeated
shows.
once, and I was very thankful for that because I could buy people Christmas presents now.
Yeah. So what's on the schedule for you now? I know you just played Blender at Gramercy Theater a week or so ago. When can we see Nicole Atkins and the Sea play live again in New York or the tri-state area?
I think we're going to be headlining Bowery Ballroom in January.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, we play New York and New Jersey all the time, so if you check the website, we'll probably either be playing a show or an in-store.
Fantastic. We'll
Yeah.
keep it in the backyard, right?
Yeah.
Now, I want to play another song off this CD. And Nicole, tell me about this song, War Torn, that I really love on that song.
War
Tell me,
Torn.
what's the inspiration for that one?
That was one of the first songs of the bunch that I wrote, actually. I had the melody for a while, for like years, and I was like, what do I do with this weird melody?
Right, yeah.
Because it didn't fit anywhere. And I was dating this guy, actually, from Australia that he ended up getting deported, and I never
Ooh.
saw him ever again.
Wow.
That's how we broke up. Yeah, it was
Kind of
very-
crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
You don't hear about Australians getting deported very often.
Yeah, well, he went to Ireland for the weekend because he found cheap airfare, and they wouldn't let him back in the country. And the senator and the governor all sent letters on his behalf. They wouldn't even let him come pick up his stuff, and it was very. I didn't really think about it much until I wrote this song. I didn't really touch it, and at the time too, I had this book of war. It was a war photojournalism book called War Torn.
Right.
And so I was looking at these pictures, and it was just so devastating. And I just put the two topics together.
Well, there you go.
Wrote the song.
Well, it's Nicole Atkins, the new album Neptune City. For more info, go to Q1043.com. Keywords out of the box. Nicole and the Sea. Dan and Dan, the two Dans, thank you so much for coming by.
Thanks.
And we'll look for you at the